there's a silent epidemic affecting millions of people worldwide, including here in the United States. It's an issue that doesn't just impact your ears, it has the potential to alter your entire life. And while it may not make the headlines, the consequences are pretty severe, far beyond what you would expect. Today, we are diving into the hidden dangers of unmanaged hearing loss. Hearing loss is often seen as something that is just part of the normal aging process, or something that we can just resolve by turning up the volume. But what if I told you that leaving hearing loss untreated could lead to a host of serious issues that affect your mind, your social life, even your physical safety? It's true, and the statistics are alarming. According to the World Health Organization, more than 450 million people are affected by disabling hearing loss across the world. In the United States alone, almost 40 million people report some level of hearing loss. Sadly, many of them choose not to treat their hearing loss. The implications of this choice are far-reaching. What starts as difficulty hearing can snowball into much more severe issues. Let's start with one of the most startling connections: cognitive decline and dementia. Studies show that even mild hearing loss, and yes, I said mild hearing loss, can double the risk of having dementia over time. Moderate hearing loss tripled that risk, and severe hearing loss makes it 5 times more likely that you will suffer from cognitive decline and dementia. Your brain is like a fine-tuned machine. It has so many sensors to process and get information from all over the body and all over your senses. When your hearing starts to fade, your brain goes into overdraft, overcompensating for what you can no longer hear, and over time, this extra work can create so much load on your brain that it leads to dementia. Not to mention that as part of this process, this is how you get tinnitus. In fact, a study by Johns Hopkins found that older adults with hearing loss are 24% more likely to experience cognitive decline. This likelihood increases as the level of hearing loss worsens. With an aging population, the link between hearing loss and cognitive decline is becoming more clear and more critical to address. But the risks don't stop there. Hearing loss can also lead to social isolation, a condition that affects 30% of people with untreated hearing loss. It's a vicious cycle. You start avoiding social situations because it's hard to keep with the conversation. Over time, this withdrawal from social interaction can lead to feeling of loneliness and depression, which themselves are linked to 30 to 50% increased risk of developing depression. Social isolation isn't just about feeling lonely, it has direct link to your brain's health. People who are socially isolated are 26% more likely to develop dementia, further compounding the risk associated with untreated hearing loss. Now let's talk about something that most people overlook: the connection between hearing loss and physical safety. Did you know that individuals with hearing loss are 2 to 4 times more likely to experience falls? That's because your ears are not just for hearing, they are also responsible for balance. As hearing declines, the brain's ability to process signals from the inner ear diminishes as well, leading to increased risk of balance issues. Falls among older adults are a significant cause of injury and loss of independence, or worse, severe disabilities or even death. In elderly population, this is particularly concerning because studies show that between 30 to 50% of people are likely to experience falls. The connection between hearing loss and balance problems highlights how integral our hearing is to our overall physical health and safety. Before I jump to the next section, I just wanted to mention that we have a playlist completely dedicated for hearing health videos. You can see that playlist over here. Check it out after you are done watching this video. The impact of hearing loss doesn't stop there. Many people with hearing loss experience what's called listening fatigue, a condition where the constant strain of trying to understand conversation leads to chronic exhaustion. This fatigue can spill over to other parts of your life, like your professional life. In fact, individuals with hearing loss have 20 to 25% higher unemployment rate, and they report difficulties with job performance. Imagine trying to perform at your best where every conversation, every meeting, every phone call requires an exhausting amount of effort just to follow along. So what can you do? The good news is that help is available. Today's hearing aids are not just amplifiers. They are sophisticated devices that can mitigate many of these risks by improving your ability to hear, thereby reducing the cognitive load on your brain, encouraging social interactions, and even helping you maintain your balance. In the next video, we'll explore the different hearing aids options available today, including the new wave of over-the-counter hearing aids that are making it easier than ever to get the help you need. Whether you deal with mild, moderate, or severe hearing loss, there is a solution out there for you, and it's not as financially limiting as it used to be years ago. If you or someone you love is experiencing hearing loss, don't wait. The risks are very real, but they are also manageable with the right care. Please like this video if you found it helpful, and share it with others that can benefit from it as well. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more insight on how you can protect your hearing and your health. Until the next video in this series, check that playlist over here for many reviews of premium hearing aids and over-the-counter hearing aids as well.